Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and Yogventures has been canceled. Wintercool has abandoned the project and are shutting down. Now, for those of you that don't know what Yogventures is a game that popped up at around the same time that Kickstarter started to get big, and Greenlight started up. So, first and foremost, it got kickstarted. They asked for $250,000 and they got $567,000, so nearly $600,000, double their goal basically. And then it went on a green light, and because green light is essentially a popularity contest, especially back then in 2011, it was greenlit immediately. And I know Total Biscuit back in 2011 made some comments that some people didn't like about Yogventures. You know, he said it's a popularity contest. It doesn't really mean too much because they're popular. They use their influence to go where they are, and that's pretty much what it was back then. Not saying that there's no merit to it, but that's a lot of what it was. They had a lot of influence, and they had a very large fan base in 2011. They were at the height of their popularity in late 2011, early 2012, so that was the right time to try something like that. So the project has been canceled. Lewis Brindley, one of the co-founders with Simon, released a statement, and he said it's basically a sore point. They're upset that it couldn't get done. It was very ambitious, very imaginative. And at the end of the day, they didn't have enough funds to back it up. So now, apparently, they are going to give all 13,647 people a key to Tug. Tug is the untitled game. It's kind of like Yogventures, Minecraft. So yeah, that's what they're going to do. And they're also going to give all the assets from Yogventures to Tug. Tug was also kickstarted, but that's besides the point. And yeah, here's the thing. I don't want to say something and have people think I'm attacking the Yogscast, or I'm being disrespectful to the Yogscast. I'm not. I think at the end of the day, anyone that's really a fan of the Yogscast, or anyone looking from the outside in, will understand that this is a very sore point, and the Yogscast knows they've messed up. But from my perspective, it seems a little cheap to give some of the people that donated, I think there were 4 people that donated $10,000 to their Kickstarter. Just giving them a code to a game isn't compensation. There are some people that donated like $500. Giving them a code to your game isn't compensation. Those people that donated that much money should be given something extra. They should be given a lot more extra, if you ask me. And yes, they are entitled to absolutely nothing. Some of those people that donated $10,000 might not even watch the Yogscast anymore. That's a big possibility. But I do think those people that donated a lot of money should be given a bit more compensation if you are going to compensate. Once again, they don't have to compensate. They don't have to give them anything, but they are, and I think they should look into the matter a bit more. As well, I think the reason Yogventures failed was because they didn't understand the scope of the project whenever they took it. They were trying to make something absolutely huge, something that studios that, dump millions of dollars into can't even get right, and they were trying to do that with just $600,000. That's more than anything poor management. Poor management of resources, poor management of money, poor management overall. They shouldn't have started it as something that big of a scope. They could have started it something very, very simple, scaled back, and, released it then built upon it. That's what I think they should have done. And they could have gotten a game out, and they could have built upon it and improved it over time. And they would definitely have gotten money and funding through people buying the game and, Yogscast influence and stuff like that. There's a number of ways that this could have ended better for both Wintercool and the Yogscast. And I think poor management says it all. And, it's a sore spot right now. I really do hope that the people at Wintercool find a new job. If not at the Yogscast, then somewhere else. This isn't going to affect the Yogscast very much, I think. But it's definitely a bit of a sore spot right now. I'm kind of upset to see this canceled. I didn't back it. I didn't fund it. I didn't do anything with it. I saw that it was funded, and I just basically forgot about it for the past few years. And I kind of forgot about the Yogscast as well there for a little while. But it's upsetting to see. And as well, what does this mean for Kickstarter? Well, not that much, actually. There are Kickstarters and projects like this that happen all the time on, not $600,000, but, someone asking for maybe $300,000 and, not finishing the game. That happens all the time on Kickstarter. The game side of Kickstarter is starting to shrink because a lot of consumers are upset with Kickstarter. They're tired of kickstarting games that aren't getting released. But other sides of Kickstarters, t-shirts, posters, hats, barbecue sauce, you name it. There's a ton of other parts of Kickstarter. They're doing absolutely fine. On Indiegogo, it's a bit more, you have to have a bit more proof of concept on Indiegogo before you can do it. So I think that's actually pretty good. And one site that not a lot of people are talking about is Patreon. I see Patreon as an alternate source of income for a lot of YouTubers and a lot of, people who need to use Patreon, I know there's some people that don't like Patreon. They just see it as a cheap way for some YouTubers to make money. One YouTuber that I'm actually really glad that he switched over to Patreon was Thunderfoot, as well as Errant Signal. I said one YouTuber, but there's actually a few YouTubers. Thunderfoot, Errant Signal. There's a few others, but, Patreon's a good crowdfunding source for YouTubers. It's whatever, I suppose. I don't know where to go from here. Crowdfunding's not going away anytime soon, but it's definitely making consumers a bit more cautious. So that's a good thing, I hope. Don't fund stuff if you know it won't get released. That being said, sorry, Yogscast. You tried your best. There's not much you can do about it. And if you're a Yogscast fan who's already left and typed a comment in the comment section, I don't care.